Hey, it's Danielle McCullough here, also known as DMAC, and I wanted to make a quick video just to go over some of the risk management options because I know some of you, after you receive the EJ trade, you want to know how you could trade your account a little more aggressively, or maybe you just want to change the lot size, or maybe you want to use risk percentage management. I don't know. There's a lot of different settings for you to choose from, and it's all controlled by you. I don't have any control over that. You can open up the EA settings and you can set those things to whatever you want to set them to. So let's just hop over to the my VPS real quick. So I already have this box open, but what you want to do, like you would right click on, you would right click on your chart, select expert advisors, and then select properties, and then you will get this little box here. All right, so I kind of went over this in the last video, but I'll just touch on it again and just tell you what the differences are. So the default setting is going to be this risk ratio server. It's going to be set to 1. So what that means is whatever risk percentage that I take for a trade is going to copy that exact same risk over to your account, and then it's going to calculate that according to your account balance. Now, this is my first time running a trade copier, so I'm just kind of learning these things too as I go. Now, depending on your account size, if you do have like a smaller account, I don't know if it's going to, I don't know how it's going to calculate that risk. You know, like if, let's say I took 4% on a trade and then it was going to try to copy 4% over to your account, but you may have a smaller account. So I don't know how that works. And that's why I recommend, if you do have a smaller account, I recommend using the fixed lot size. And usually it's 0.01 lot for every $100 of your account balance. So if you're doing a $300 account, you may want to set that fixed lot size to 0.03. If you're doing 500, you may want to set it to 0.05 unless you want to be a little more aggressive. It's like I said, it's totally up to you. These are all things that are under your control. I have no control over them. The only thing that I can control from my back office would be the risk ratio server and the fixed lot size. So let me just hop over there real quick. Okay, so the percentage allocation, I can go in and I can change these settings for you guys. But you can also log in and change them too. So it's better if you log in and you set these settings according to what you want them to be. I'm not going to touch them. So if you are connected and you haven't switched anything, then your settings are going to be the default settings, which is the risk ratio server. Now another thing, as you can see, you can change the settings here in the client EA, or you can change them over in the back office. Now, which one, excuse me, which one will the copier take? I don't know. Which one trumps which one? I don't know. So I would just say if you want to set them both, make sure that it's the same. But I'm pretty sure that you can just set the settings from the client EA, and I think it will go off of these settings first. All right, so that is one thing that I wanted to touch up on. And again, if you wanted to use the lot size, you want to make sure all the other ones are set to 0. You would change that to 0. You would put your fixed lot size in here. Or if you wanted to do the risk risk percentage, you would enter, 2, 3, 4 here and make sure this is set to 0. So you can only have one of these selected. You can't have one here and then decide you're going to add a, like 0.03. You can't do that. It has to be one or the other. So keep that in mind. And let's see, what else did I want to touch on? Okay, so let me get back out of here. And then this is the client back office. So this is a client profile that I created for myself. And as you can see, I'm following myself and Henry Pips. But the cool thing about this software is you can go over here and you can look at the trade history. I'm sorry, I'm just having blank. You can look at the trade history. You can see what you can see the open trade. You can see the trades that closed in profit, the losses, the pending orders, trade closed from the website. I have no idea what that is, but at least you get this little color code to kind of guide you and let you know what is what. So EJ sale was the first live trade that I took, and the reason why it's showing up as still an open trade is because I closed partial profits. So once it hit TP1, which was 50 pips, you can see the pips over here. You'll see how much was earned and things like that. So once it hit my TP1, I secured the bag, and I left another position still open. So I didn't fully close it, so that's why it looks like there may be 2 trades, but I think it will hit TP2, and it gives you that it's 100 pips. So the stop loss is at break even plus 2. You can see that here. Yeah, so it's really cool. You can just kind of keep up with the providers and stuff. Like we have a number, so mine would be 4. 3 would be Henry Pips is not coming up because he hasn't taken any trades yet. So, well, actually, yeah, there's a pending order. Okay, that was a test trade. So there was one pending order. It's just testing some things out. That was canceled. You can come down here and see that was canceled. So it's just a good, and actually, yeah, I did a buy stop the other day too. So now you can see all the trades that I've taken. Yeah, that was just a test. This was a live trade, the EJ. Secured the bag at 50 pips. We're still got a position open. We got about 32 pips floating. So some good information that you can find in your back office. And I think that's it. But mainly I just want to go over the lot sizes and risk management. So that's totally up to you. You can set those to whatever you want to. I have nothing to do with them. Just remember, if you choose to over leverage your account, it's all on you. Again, it's not my fault. So choose wisely, be smart about it. And you can always go back in and kind of update those as the account continues to grow, because you're going to want to do that anyway, unless you're just using a certain percentage that will automatically calculate itself according to the account balance. But if you're using like a fixed lot size, as your account grows, you're going to want to go back in and adjust those. So that's something to keep in mind too. But if you have any questions, yeah, shoot me an email or shoot me a message. And I think most of everybody is connected. There are still some people that are not connected, and there are still some people that are just getting connected. So if you're having trouble and need help, let me know. But it's a pretty simple process getting connected, at least I don't know. Maybe you guys may not think so, but I don't think it was too difficult. But I think some people ran into issues with the VPS, but um, got that squared away and straightened out. So yeah, most of you are good to go. All right, so I am going to be back on for London, and yeah, we'll see what kind of damage we can do then. All right, I'll talk to you in the next video.